One of the quiet dangers in leadership isn't incompetence, it is bias. It's bias that shows up in the most subtle ways and has very far reaching impact. Like affinity bias, the bias that makes us look, to working only with people that look and sound like us. It shows up as confirmation bias, bias that makes us look for evidence that supports what we already believe, and ignore what doesn't align with what we believe. Overconfidence is also another bias that convinces us that our instincts are all we need to take decision, including ignoring all the data, before us. And I think attribution bias is also another one that would cause you, to judge others by their character and judge your own self by your intentions or judge your own self by circumstances. And the real impact, with carrying all of this bias, shows up in different ways. Projects we push, despite warning signs, people we hire because, they all feel familiar. And let's just say you're an introvert and we walk into your business, everyone is introverted, and risk that we underestimate because we trust our own judgment, too much. So, what's the real work of leadership here? It's to pause before certainty. Invite, dissent, not just agreement. Invite people to ask, dissenting questions, respectfully, obviously, and, within the values of your organization, within the values of your business. And to say, what if we did it like that? Have you thought about the dangers, of doing it this way? And, for you also to be able to replace gut feeling with data and structure, and always asking yourself, am I right? Am I really right? What am I missing? And the best leaders, here's where the good news lies. They don't eliminate bias, they build systems and structures around them that help them, get over these biases and have great outcomes. So as you go on this week, I hope that you stay conscious of the biases that you have. And I'll also encourage you to go for lots of bias trainings. A lot of them are free and available online. Cheers to being a great leader.